This is Existential Experience, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about what is presence, how is presence important, and how can you develop presence in your day-to-day life. So what is presence? Presence is something on the lines of being in the moment, being here and now, and being fully absorbed in what you're doing and how you're being. Okay, why is presence important in our lives? Well, a lot of spiritual teachers, including Thich Nhat Hanh, I read a few books from this person, and he is a Zen master. He says that the number one purpose of our life is to live the life deeply, okay? Live the life fully. So if you say that how is presence gonna benefit me, it's just not even the right question. A lot of wise people say that this is the only thing that we need to do while we are on our course or on our journey of life. The word presence was introduced to me by the book The Power of Now and A New Earth, which is written by Eckhart Tolle. And by the way, I'm so excited that I'm going to be seeing him live in June. He's coming to Toronto. And since I read the concept of presence, a lot of great things have started happening in my life. First, it started internally, and then I started observing that externally as well. So I hope you listen carefully, and I hope you apply all of these things to your life to benefit your life and the life around the people around you. Okay, so all right, presence. Eckhart Tolle says that the life is never happening in the past, the life is never happening in the future, it is always happening in the now. Think of it that whatever you're going to be experiencing in future, it's gonna come in this very moment. And whatever that has passed is basically a former now. So even if you've heard or you like listening to the videos of Alan Watts, he's quite popular on YouTube. Not on YouTube, but he was a great philosophy teacher. Basically, he was a teacher of enlightenment. And there is now chill step music videos that are infused with the speech of Alan Watts. He also says that presence or the here and nowness is all there ever is. There is no such thing as future or past. It's our mind trying to perceive the reality in a linear fashion. The reality can be perceived that way with mind, but it goes way deeper than that. There is a deeper dimension that arises in a vertical dimension, which can only be accessed once you are in the now. Okay, so what are the 5 things that you can do, or 5 opportunities you can find in your day-to-day life to become more present to the moments? Again, it is a practice. It takes time to develop presence in your day-to-day life. It might take some people weeks or months or even years to develop presence. But it's always now that you can stop. Because if you want to be in the now, it's going to be now. Now is the time to actually take action and start doing it. All right. So number 1 is breathing. Breathing is number 1 thing that can bring you in the present moment, anywhere, no matter what the fuck you're doing, no matter where you are, you just focus on your fucking breath and you just come in the now. So for example, you're driving a car, okay? Somebody just fucking passed your way and you're really angry. I'm actually going in that anger emotion to actually bring this concept in full force, right? Someone just crossed your path and you're pissed off and you're like totally taken by that emotion. And then you ruin your whole day. I urge you to practice the number 1 technique that I'm giving you here, which is called breathing. So just observe your breath. So just observe the inhalation and exhalation and just be aware of that. And if you take time to put your attention to your breath, you will notice that you're not angry anymore, or you will notice that nothing has really happened. It was just a person passing you by, and you would come from a place of more of like forgiveness and be like more chilled about it, right? So try practicing that. Breathing techniques, and breathing techniques can be used in so many other ways too. You know, yoga teaches us so many ways of breathing. I can share some here. One way of doing is taking 8 breaths in. So eight tiny breaths in like this, and then hold, release again, hold, release. So what you're doing is, sometimes you'll find yourself in a state of boredom, or in a state of anxiety or low energy, or maybe a little bit depressed, and you don't know how to get out of it. What you start doing is you start taking those tiny 8 breaths in, and it works wonder, by the way, in the morning. If you do it first thing you wake up in the morning, just take 8 breaths or 1 deep breath and release. Do that 5, 8, 10 times. And observe your state of mind. Observe the energy shifting. Your physicality starts to change. You feel more enthusiastic about the next thing you're going to do. So breathing can definitely help us become present to the moment. Number 2 is cold showers. Alright, right now I think it is -10 outside. By the way, I am in Toronto, and it's late at night, that's why you don't see a lot of people. But Toronto, if you know, it's in Canada, and it's month of January. It must be -8, -10 or something like that. If I were to stand in a -10 temperature, in just a hoodie and a little thing underneath, I would be frozen, and I would just rush to a warm place and just sip a coffee and just stay inside and just be in my blankets, right? But because I was not taking cold showers back then, I had this misbelief in me that taking cold showers give you fever, or taking cold showers make you sick or something, you know. It was just, I was brainwashed that that's going to happen if I took cold showers. So I always shied away from cold showers. And recently I discovered that taking cold showers actually help boost your immune system, number 1, and makes you more calm and mellow. And at the same time, it also makes you cool about being in the cold weather. You can like be outside and not be so cold. It really helps. There's like so many benefits. It has great benefits on the skin and stuff as well. But mainly the reason why I mentioned cold shower here is that whenever you're feeling low, just crank that freaking shower up to the cold notch and just stay in there. You know, this is going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, it's too cold under the shower, I'm dying, or I'm fainting, oh, it's hurting my brain's freezing. Just stand there for 2 minutes under the cold water. I promise you, I guarantee you, when you get out of it, you will be alive, you'll be breathing, and you will be feeling much more better. And honestly, even in winter, I did this 30-day cold shower challenge, and I've been doing this on a regular day basis. Now, it doesn't even bother me so much when I take cold showers. And I am so energized after a cold shower that when I go to train people, which is what I do for a living, right? When I go to train people, I have to really motivate them, I have to really encourage them. I am already charged up so much that I can give my energy to them, and I can make them be more energized as well. So cold showers is the next one. Number 3 is try formal meditation. Like literally give meditation a shot, because it's not only for people who wear orange sheets around them and shave their heads, or whatever you want to call them, monks or Tibetans or Zen people who just have no interest in expensive Lamborghinis and who have no homes. They just sit in peace and do their little meditation and oh, it's not just for them. Meditation meditation is something that is practiced by top elite CEOs of multi-million billion companies as well. And not to say that if you are going for a material success you should be doing meditation. No, it doesn't matter who you are, what your goals are, what your fantasies are. You should definitely give meditation a shot because it will show you yourself. It will put light on the observer you are to this physical realm we call life, and it will help you connect with yourself on a very deeper level. And then anything you want or anything you want to be would just become a play. It would just become another act, and it would be fluid. It would be much easier. Life would be so much fluid and so much in flow that you would stop giving too much shit about petty things. That's what happens when you start meditating. Your breathing becomes deeper. You start to be more patient, more calm. Your energy is most of the time elevated and you can focus better. Believe you me, I was a distracted child growing up. Like I couldn't sit down and read a page even for my exams even, and I was not a very bright kid according to the educational standards. But since I have started doing meditation, my focus has definitely increased, and with that a lot of other things have also come as a byproduct, which I just mentioned. So giving it a shot would be a great idea. And how to do meditation? There is many books out there. You Google it up, you will find videos on it by experts and professionals on meditation. But what I can suggest to you in brief is that you can just sit down for 20 minutes and I mean, you can sit in the lotus position, or you can just sit on a chair, or whatever feels comfortable to you. Whatever feels comfortable to you, just sit down and start observing what's around you. You can keep your eyes open, you don't have to close it. Start observing around you, things around you without any judgment. Just look at the things without any judgment. Don't let any thoughts come when you're looking at things. Just observe them for what they are, and then start to go into your body. Start feeling your own sense of body, where my hands are, where my feet are. Give yourself a scan just by sitting there, and then you can advance further. You can start putting your focus on one point on the wall and just focus on that point for longer periods of time. And then as you keep practicing this point type of meditation, you will see that that point could be a whole wall, and that point could be the wall and the things that you can see here in your peripherals. The whole thing could be a point. And then eventually you'll realize that wherever that focus is coming from outside, wherever the origin of that focus is, to the point or the wall or my peripherals, that inside could be the new point to focus on, and which is your awareness basically. All right, you will develop with meditation as you go forward, but you would have to put in 20 minutes every day. Just sit down, keep that time for yourself. You deserve it. You're so worth it, right? Sit down, keep it for yourself, and as you eventually grow, you'll be able to start focusing on your own awareness, our own presence, and a sense of delight will start arising in you. And a lot of shit that used to matter would stop to matter, and then you would be able to appreciate life in a whole new light. Oh my god, can I sound more cheesy than that? But It's fucking true, man. Alright, now meditation. Number 4 is mindful eating. How many times do we eat in a day? Minimum 3. Alright, if you are into bodybuilding, probably 6 to 8 times. or whatever. Maybe you like to snack here and there. Fine. What mindful eating is basically being fully aware of what you're eating, how you're eating it, if you're enjoying what you're eating, if you're chewing and really immersed in the process of eating, if you're or if you're putting in food that is just enough for what you need, or you're putting in over. Are you eating less than your body wants to? So basically what happens is, when you start mindfully eating, you start to understand your body. It's like you won't put too much food in your plate, first of all, and you will start listening to your body. You'll only eat the food, enough food that your body needs. No more emotional eating. A lot of us eat emotionally. It's like there is some lack that we feel inside. We want to fill that void by eating sweet foods, typically, because that provides us the sense of comfort, and it's totally understandable. But once you start to take your time with eating, then you become more present to the act of eating itself. And as Thich Nhat Hanh, one of the spiritual teachers I was talking about before, he says that there is no rush. You don't have to do anything. You just take your sweetest time when you're eating. Just look at the bread, smell it, look at the texture of it, put it in your mouth, chew it, take its aroma, appreciate the fact that this bread has come from the farms and the labor of so many human beings who are behind the logistics of this bread being on your plate, and the fact that the whole life force created the clouds and the rain and the soil and earth, everything was, the whole fucking thing happened for you to be able to sit there and eat that piece of bread. I mean, really pause and consider how much goes into our food, which we casually start eating, and we're not even paying attention to it. We're just watching television, talking to someone, making texts or reading Facebook posts or something, just moving on to the next moment. Be like, okay, let's just fucking eat, and you just swallow it, and then you feel bloated, and you don't shit right, and you're constipated. All of that stuff will be gone if you start mindfully eating, and then it will make you more present to the moment. You'll start enjoying the food more. That mere act of just eating would not be just eating, it would be eating. You're enjoying your food, and you wouldn't even shy away to shut someone up when you're enjoying your food. You'll be like, just give me a moment, I'm enjoying my food, and no one will say no. And you can start living your life in the present moment just by the act of eating. More on mindful eating, there's many books out there. I'll post one right here. Boom. Okay, next one and the last one is doing. Okay, what do I do to be present? There are so many activities that you can do to be present to the moment, but it's not about the activity you're doing, it's about the fact that you're fully immersed in it. So physical activities like going to the gym, lifting weights, it's one way of becoming present. When you're pushing those weights and your focus is fully on that movement, bringing that weight up, doing a bench press, you're just going with it, you're feeling your muscle pump, and you're bringing it back on the negatives, and you're breathing in and out, you're not looking anywhere else, your focus is on the weight, and you're feeling that 10th rep, 11, 12, each rep is being felt. That's when you're present to the moment, using the doing as the way to presence. When you're doing kickboxing, you're punching the bag, you're getting in the flow state, you're fully focused in that point you're trying to hit every time. You're trying to move around, you're seeing the bag, you are the bag, the punches are you, you're not even there. Like, do you see what I'm saying? If you have ever lost yourself in any activity, it could be skiing, it could be skating, and there is a point where you don't even exist. Only the act of skiing is left. Only the act of skating is left. Only the act of dance is left when you're dancing. You know, you're not even there. Something else takes over and you become the dance kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. Any activity, anything that gets you going. You know, some people love running. After they cross second wind, a lot of marathon runners says after they cross their second wind, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever that is, they can keep running forever. Just running. They are running. They're no more humans anymore, right? So doing could be a huge one. And it's not that you'll have to find a special sport or a special thing for yourself to start doing anything. If there is currently anything you do, for example, you have a job and you do the job for the sake of doing the job and for the sake of survival, how about give it a chance where you can be present to it? I mean, why not start there? We are spending most of our hours on the job anyway. Let's make that our yoga. Let's make that our practice where we can be present. For example, I'll share an example here. I used to work at a burrito place and I never was very enthusiastic about making a burrito for a living. I thought I deserved better than that. But the fact was not that my job was shitty. The fact was that I was shitty behind the job. And I realized that while on the job after a few months. And then I started enjoying the process of making burritos. I started enjoying the wrapping of burritos, putting the rice in, putting the sauces, started like playing with the bottles and with the grill and everything. And I realized that when I just changed my mindset about being a burrito guy to being a burrito guy and just enjoying making the burrito for a living, it's just like, hey, what's up? Hey man, here's your burrito. Boom. Then I started enjoying my life more. The doing that was just a burrito guy had become, hey, I'm in an act right now. I'm doing something right now. And then it doesn't matter what you do. You could be a stockbroker for the fuck's sakes and you can enjoy that. You can be an investor and you could so enjoy that. You can be a fucking real estate agent and you can enjoy. You can be a personal trainer and enjoy that. You could be working in a boring ass office. You think that you hate your job and your boss sucks and everyone around you sucks and coworkers are shitty. All of that can happen and you can just change your mind and be more present to the moment and start like actually taking interest and start to actually enjoy your work a little bit. You and the work and the act of doing. And days will pass by. You won't even notice how much fun you're having, and because you're having so much fun, people around you start having fun, your bosses start having fun, you get more promotion, you feel more better, you go on higher heights, and then one day you find out that you're cool, you love your job. Or something that you loved all along makes its way to your life and you start following the path that you've been wanting to for so long, and you find happiness there. So these are the 5 things that you can keep in mind to build some presence into your life. I'm gonna repeat those 5 one more time. Number 1 was breathing. So breathing anytime, just focus on your breath. Number 2 was cold showers. Really good when you're feeling low. Number 3 was formal way of meditation. Number 4 was mindful eating. And number 5 was act of doing. These 5 things, we do these things every day anyway, okay? Now let's try to find one of this or all of this or 2 of these and work on them and start feeling more awesome about what is and let go of what's to come or what has been in the past. I mean, too much baggage, man. We're here to have fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found some value here. I wish you all the best, and I love you with all my heart. Take care. Peace.